Hi everyone, this is a complete tutorial for authentication and authorization, and I implemented it step by step. Okay, you will understand and you will get the idea. I have did everything in authentication and authorization, even if that is registration, login, logout, hashing the password, and also generating the cookies, generating the token and storing that inside the cookie. It is a complete tutorial for authentication and authorization. I hope this video will be very helpful for you. You know that the authentication and authorization system is very important for every web developer and for every application, and you should implement it for all websites, and that should be very secure. You should be very careful in that. Okay, and I have implemented it, and it is believe me, it will help with you. Okay, it is very secure and very good way that I have implemented. So now let's check it. Okay, first of all, we are logging to our system. Let's create an account. Okay, let's create an account. That would be admin2@gmail.com, and the email would be, this should be name, paste it here, admin2. Okay, let's write a password 345 for example. Okay, so let's sign up. We should directly come to the sign in page, and in the sign in page, whenever we sign in, so first I will write admin2@gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5. Let's come here to the application to see live. We are generating the cookies. Okay, fresh login. See, the token has generated for us. Okay, GWT token has generated, and we store that inside the cookies, and it means you see the message that let's make it like this. Okay, you are authenticated admin2. That name has printed for us. If we log out from the system, see, the token will remove from the cookie. Log out, see, the token has gone. Okay, the cookie are clear now, and it back came. You are not authenticated. You should log into the system. You are not authorized with us. Again, you should come to the login. Again, log into the system. For example, let's come again, admin. Let's try this. Admin2 5 login. Again, you are authenticated admin2, and the token is generated. So it will help with you. So let's get started. Before starting, so don't forget to subscribe and also like this video, support me, and comment down. So for this project, first of all, we should set up our environment. First we will set up our server-side environment. The first thing is that you should have Nodejs installed on your system. After that, create a folder like I have created React MySQL, and inside that create a folder like server. Okay, create a folder by the name of server or backend, whatever name you assign. After that, just run these commands on that. Okay, npm init -y. Okay, it will just initialize it, and it will create a package.json file inside this server folder. Then run these commands. Okay, npm install express, which is Node.js framework, MySQL for MySQL database, cars, which is used that cross origin. It means that to access our backend API inside our front end. Nodemon, it is used to refresh our server side automatically whenever we make changes. Cookie parser for cookie, JSON web token for authentication or security purpose, and bcrypt to hash our password. So we will install these packages inside this server side. Okay, I have already did all these things. Okay, let's come to the package.json. So these are the things that I have installed. Okay, already set up. And to use this nodemon, you should write like this. Okay, in scripts area, start nodemon server.js. Server is that file name. Okay, server.js. So it will automatically refresh this file. And after that, for the front end, just create your React app simply. Okay, like I have created the React app. Inside that, install Bootstrap, Axios, React Autodom. Axios is HTTP for HTTP requesting, and React Autodom for routing. So simply, whenever you done this job, so now we will start our coding. Let's close this. So first I will come to the server side, this file server.js. okay, this file is created by me. Okay, you should create this whenever you run those commands. After that, you should create a file like this. Okay, after creating this file, so we will write that code which is necessary for every project. First of all, we should import express Node.js framework from express. Whenever you are using the express here, this import statement. This import statement is not working by default, so you should add here in package.json this statement. Okay, type module. If you don't add this statement, so import is not working. Then instead of this, you should write require. So I have added that statement. I am using import. Let's import MySQL from MySQL and import cars from cars. Import JWT for JSON Web Token. Import bcrypt from bcrypt for password hashing. And I think everything is finished. So now let's create an app. Const app is equal to express. We will call express method, and after that now we will use this app. Okay, this has the functionality inside this method. So app.use, this is a middleware, express.json. It will force all data to the JSON format. App.use, also the cars middleware. And also I should import cookies. Import cookie parser from cookie parser. Let's use that. App.use cookie parser. Now let's create connection with MySQL database. To create the connection, so let's create an object const, for example, db is equal to MySQL, then create connection. This function, inside this we will pass our properties. The first property is the host. Host with us is localhost right now because we are locally developing, and user, the user for the default is root for the MySQL, and also the password. I didn't set up the password, I will leave it empty. And the database, we will use a database, for example, by the name of let's call it sign up. Okay, or we can sign up. We will name it sign up. We will create this database inside our MySQL. Now let's run our server app.listen. Here we should first assign a port number, for example 8081, and then a function, create a function. Inside that let's console.log, for example, the running. So let's test our server. What happened? Let's move to cd server and npm start. Yeah, it is running. See, statements are printed, it is running, it is successfully created. So after this, before creating the API inside this, we will move to our front end and we will create user interfaces. Let's come here, and inside this we have, this is the main component, and we imported app here, and also I have imported the Bootstrap inside this. Okay, Bootstrap. This is the app component. We don't have anything, there is nothing in this app component. Let's create first of all the register page. Okay, let's create register.jsec. So inside this, first we will create the user interface for this. So this is the code for our registration page. I just wrote it because it will take time to writing simple HTML code. Okay, these are the Bootstrap classes that I have added, and this is the input field for name, this is input field for email, and this is input field for password, and this is a button for submitting. This is for create new account button. Just simple. Okay, so now let's import it inside app. But before importing this, we are using React router DOM, so we should set up React router DOM also. So let's set up that. We will import browser router and route from browser for React router DOM, from React router DOM. After importing them, let's use them. Let's write browser router. Yeah. So inside that, let's write routes. Inside that, route. route have two parameters. First one is the path for home is this one, this is just slash is just for home, and here the element is equal to, that should be home. Okay, right now we don't have home component. Let's create that. Just simply we will create that home.jsx, and inside that we will write our FCE React functional component export, and let's come here, import that. Yeah, that has imported. After that we will create another route here for our registration page. This should be register, yeah, register component, and the path should be register. Yeah, we did it. So now whenever let's come here, and yeah, we imported it. Let's run our front end now. So to run front end, let's take a new command line, and we will move cd front end folder, front end, and inside that I will write npm run div. Yeah, it will run our, yeah, let's move to this URL. Let's the Chrome. Inside that we have home component. Right now we are at home component, so let's move to register main body. So this is our sign up page, okay, that we will create. So now whenever we are writing something in this, but before writing this, let's make a login page also. When we create this, we should move to login page. We will make the user interface for login also. Let's add another route here, that would be for login. Login, and let's create that login.jsx, and inside that our FCE, let's import that here, login, yeah, that has imported. We use that here, and now let's use the path. Let's create user interface for login also. So this is simple code, HTML code just for login page, and these are the Bootstrap classes, again email and password input fields, and button for login and button for sign up. We will move on back to create app. So let's come here, we check it. Instead of this, let's write a login. See, we have login page. So now whenever we click on this create account, we should move to sign in, and on a create account, let's just login. Here we should use instead of button link. Okay, React Outer DOM provide link for us, so let's import that first. Import link from React Outer DOM, that has imported. So let's write here link, and it has a property to is equal to, we should move to register page. Same to this, we will just move to copy this line and come to register and import it here, and use at the finally at this button link to come back to the login. To is equal to /login. Yeah, everything is done. Let's come here, let's press this create account, see sign up, sign in. Yeah, that has worked. Okay, the user interface is done now. So now whenever we come to the sign up page, whenever we are writing something inside these input fields, so we should store them in a variable, then by pressing them we should pass that to the server side. Let's come here, it means that come to the register. Whenever we are writing something in this input field, we should store them somewhere in the variable. So let's create that const, I will create a state values set values is equal to use state. It is an object with us. We have name, by default nothing, we have email, nothing, and password. This is an object, we have these values. So now we should update these values whenever we are writing something in these input fields. We will write something like this. We will use onChange event, and inside that we will create a row function, and we will call set values, this method. Okay, this one, whenever we call that. So let's write now, we should update our object. We should write the previous object, the previous values, and now update the name, just name, and write e.target.value. What value we are writing in input field, assign that to the name. Same to this, write for the email, update email also, let's write it here, and update just email, and also for password. Let's write it password. Yes, whenever we are writing something in these input fields, they will be stored in these values object. So now when we press this submit button, sign up button, we should call a function. Let's call that on submit handle submit. For example, let's create this function now. Copy this, const handle submit is equal to, we will get an event, create this function, event.prevent default submission, and after that we will use our APIs to, it means that we will call our server side, and we will just register this user. So here let's use Axios for HTTP request. Okay, let's import Axios, from Axios. Okay, let's use it now. Axios, we will use .post method because we are posting data, and our URL, what would be our URL? So let's come here and write our URL. Localhost, our server side port was 8081. Okay, this was our server side port. Let's copy this and write it here. This would be our server side URL, and whenever we pass this, we will pass data also. And we should move to register route. Okay, here, and let's pass our values. After passing the values, we will get a result, console.log. By default, first we will just console that. If there was any error, console the error and error. Yeah. So whenever we call this route, so we should move to our server side and create this API now. So let's create that API of post. The method was post and register. Name of that was register. And here a function that would be a request. We will get a request and a response. Let's create this function. And here we will create now our statement. It means SQL statements to connect for the SQL query for MySQL database. Const SQL is equal to insert into the table name would be like login. Okay, I will create it just right now. Okay, just a minute later. Insert into login, and we will insert into values. We will insert into, just a minute, wait a minute. Yeah, we will insert into the name field, email and password field. Okay, the ID is auto increment. Values would be values question mark. Okay, we will attach the values later. So first let's create this login table. Yeah, I have created sign up database. Inside that we have login table. In that table we have ID, name, email and password. This is MySQL database inside XAMPP server. Okay, I'm using XAMPP. You may be installed MySQL separately, MySQL Workbench. Okay, yeah, you may be using MongoDB. That depends on your database, no matter. So after creating this, now let's come here back. We will enter into the login table to the name, email and password field and the values. Now let's grab our values from request. We will write const values is equal to our values request dot body dot name. We will take our name from request dot body dot email and also request dot body dot password. After taking the password is a very simple password with us, so we should hash that. It means that we should change it to the hash first of all, then we should assign that to the database. So for the password hashing we are using this bcrypt. Okay, so let's use it. Let's create one variable, const salt is equal to 10. This we will use it in for the bcrypt because later I will explain it to you. Let's come here now to the register. Under this let's write bcrypt dot hash. So first of all, we will assign our string, okay, our password. That is request.body.password. We will change that to that string, that to string. If that is not string, we will change it to the string. And after that, our salt that we created before, okay, this salt. This means it will add 10 characters to our password, unique and for the security purpose. 10 salt or rounds, okay, it should be numeric. And after that, it will create a function. We will return an error or hash password. It has 2 parameters. If we got an error, let's return result response.json error for hashing password. Else, if we got hash password, so for that, let's copy this code. Yeah, Control X it and write it here. Instead of this password, write hash password that we got here, okay, this one. And under this, we will run our query db object that we created from MySQL connection dot query. We will call this method. We will pass first our SQL, then we will pass our values, okay, these values. And after that, we will get an error or result. If we got an error, so we will return response.json, and that would be an object error, and that would be inserting data error in server. Else, we will just return the return response.json status is equal to with success. It means we succeeded. Yeah, just return the success message. So now let's try it. Okay, let's move to our register page. We call it, okay, let's come to the front end here, and here let's sign up. First of all, I will just, yeah, let's name a name, Gmail, and let's write a password, for example 1235. Let's press sign up. What happened? Let's move to console, what we are getting from our server side. Let's come here to the console. Handle submit is not defined. Let's where is the error? So let's press the sign up button. Yeah, we press that, we got this data, okay, and undefined. What is this? So in the data, what we have, data status means success. Okay, let's check our database, our login. See, the record has entered successfully. Okay, this is the hashed password and email and name and ID. Yeah, we successfully logged in. So whenever we log in, so we should move to our login page back. Okay, so for that, let's write here something like this. Okay, let's remove it, and here we will write if result.data.status. okay, we returning status for success. Status was equal to with success. So then use navigate hook. Let's import that. Const navigate is equal to use navigate. We will import it from React Rotterdam to navigate to other pages. We will use navigate and move to our login page to log into the system. Okay, it will move to the login page. So before that, if there was an error, just alert error, just simply write like this. Okay, but we succeeded. Okay, whenever we succeed, we will come here to this point. Okay, everything is okay. Yes, we should move to our login page. Yeah, let's try to enter another record, admin at gmail.com. And let's password 6 and let's press sign up. We succeeded. Okay, and we came to the sign in page. and we hashed our password. So now let's write our code for the sign-in page. So for the login page, as we did for this submit button, register page, we will create first an object, then we will just handle the submit button. Okay, so simply let's first copy this copy this whole code. Okay, copy this one and come to the login, because it will take time. It is the same code, it doesn't mean that I am lazy. Okay, so just come here, we have just remove here the name. Okay, we don't need name, we are just taking the email and the password. And after that, let's import use navigate and also Axios. Import use navigate from React Authentication, and also import Axios from Axios, nothing else. Okay, and here instead of that we will use login, and we will pass our videos. So let's first of all store our videos here as we did in the register in this area. Okay, let's copy this one. Yes, let's copy the email one, copy this one, and come here. Whenever we are updating, writing something in your input field, name, email, so we should update our email, and same for the password. Let's update the password. I think it is okay. Password, yeah, what is okay. And now whenever we submit this, so we should call a function on submit handle submit function. Okay, we will call this handle submit function, this one. Okay, so whenever we come here, first of all prevent that and move to the login and pass these values. If result the data status was success, so then we should move to home page. Okay, to home component, else alert login. Okay, so everything is okay. Enough, just our login page has user interface has done. Now let's move to the server side to create this login API. Let's come here and just create app.post login API. We will get a request and response, and here we will write our query. Const SQL is equal to select string from login. Yeah, we can write it from login where email is equal to with question. We will just fetch the records based on email, just email. Okay, the password, we didn't mention the password. The reason is that the password we will compare that with the hash password, because our password is hash. So let's come here now. Let's run our query db.query, and we will pass our SQL and also our email. Okay, for this question mark, let's write our email request.body.email, and after that we will get an error or result or data just. Okay, let's create this function. If we got an error, okay, if we got an error, we should return something as we did in the register page. Yes, here login error in server, else if, now we will check if the data dot length was greater than 0. It means if an email was existed, so then we will run this block of code. Else we will just return an error and no email existed. It means there is no email in the database. So here if the result was okay, so then what we should do first, we should compare our password. So let's compare our password. We will write bcrypt.compare. First we will write our request.body.password that we passed from front end. .toString, we will change that to the string, and then the password which is in the database. How to take that? We will write data, the first record of the data that we fetch from the database .password. Okay, this is the data that we got, the data we fetched from this query, and we take the password from that, and in the result we will get an error or response. create this function. If we got an error, we will just paste it here and so let's remove it. Return result password hash error. Password come here. If the response was okay, it means if it was okay, the password was okay. So if it was okay, we will return a success statement. Okay, we will return status success. Else, if the password was not okay, return an error message. Okay, password not matched. So now let's check it. Okay, I think everything is okay. So let's move to our home page, login, and in the login, if the result status was success, so then we should navigate to home page. Yes, let's check it. Yeah, let's check it once we are in the login system. Where is the error? I think navigate is imported. Okay, Axios is also imported, and we didn't import the use state, so let's import it. Use state that has imported. Okay, yeah, we have this. Now let's move to our console. If we got any error, so let's refresh it to remove these all errors. Yeah, let's come here. So now let's write our email and password. We have admin and admin@gmail.com. okay, and also we have the password 1 2 3 4 5 6 for that. Let's press the login. What happened? Yeah, everything is okay, and we came to the home page. It means the password matched. Okay, but if the password didn't match, what we will get? So let's try it also. Let's come here, refresh it, and here we will just print, instead of this error, we will print the message that error we are returning, result.data dot error. I think it's okay. Let's come here, write something like this, blah 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 blah, login, see password not matched. Okay, we have the email but the password didn't match. It's okay. Okay, so we implemented the login page also. So but we should now generate the token. Okay, we should use this let's come here to the server side, this JSON web token. Okay, to generate a token and also store that in the cookie. We will use cookies for that, and let's do it. First we will generate a token. Let's come here to the login page. Inside here, response, if the response was okay, it means login page was successful. So here we will generate a token. First we will grab our name, const name is equal to data 0.name. We will grab name from our record, and then we will use gwt const token is equal to with the gwt dot sign, and here we will pass first of all the payload. The payload is our name. We will pass a name, ID, name and ID, whatever you are passing. Okay, then we will write here a secret key. This should be a unique key and private key. This should be a private key. Okay, and also it is better that this should be in .env file. In the real application, you should access from that place, and it should be at least 32 characters for the security purpose. So now I will write something like this. Okay, JWT secret key. Okay, I will write like this something, and after that the optionals like expires in, it will be expires in, for example, in 1 day. Okay, it will expire in 1 day. We generated our token, so when we generate our token, we should store it in the cookies. So the cookies are on the front side and the browser, and we are at the backend side, server side. So what we should do now? So for that, let's come here to the cars. We should write something on cars to access our first of all, we should write origin. The origin should be our URL. Okay, from where we are accessing. URL is this is our URL. Copy this and write it here, remove this login. This is the row. Let's remove this. We should write localhost. Copy this. I think it is better to write the localhost as before I paste with this. Sorry, where am I? Oh, I came to PHP. Yes, it is okay now. So this will be our URL here we should write. Then the methods we also specify. For example, we are using host and get method, and after that we should specify credentials. Credentials should be true. This is the first step that we should use here. Okay, and after that we should come here to the front side. In the front side, if you are using Axios, you should write something like this. Okay, Axios.defaults.with credentials is equal to true. But if you are using Pitch API, you should pass here like this. Okay, credentials include, then you should write. And we did it and we wrote it. Also we should write it. Yeah, right now it is okay here. And now let's come here to use the cookies. Come here to the login, and here we will just write result.cookie. Okay, what we will pass? Token. This is the key, and the way would be token that we have generated. I hope that it will work and there will be no problem. Let's come here and let's move to our inspect, and here come to the application that we are getting our cookie or not. Okay, so now let's log in. admin@gmail.com. let's write the password. Let's press the login. See, the cookie has generated successfully. Okay, it's okay. Okay, the cookie has generated successfully. We generated that. So whenever you generated the token, then you store the token in the cookie, so it is okay. And we came to the home page. So now what we should do? Now we should implement logout and also protected routes. For example, whenever someone come to the home page, those who are logged in, they should see a different message, and also those who are not logged in, they should see a different message, and also there should be a logout functionality. Let's come here to our home page. So whenever we come here to our home page, first we will compare our token. If a user was already logged in, so then he should see a different message. So this is the home page code that we have. Okay, just we will create this auth variable right now. Okay, we didn't create that. So this means the one who is authorized, it means he is already logged in. For him, it will print a message, you are authorized, and here the name of him and also the logout button. Okay, let's remove this, the logout button. And the one who is not authorized, he will see here a message that you are not authorized and log in now, so he should log into the system. So let's create this variable now. Const auth set auth is equal to use state. By default it is false. It means he is not authorized with us. Okay, so now let's create use effect hook. We will call our server side and we will check the one is authorized or not. Let's write Axios, import Axios .get. We will check, is the user authorized? It means the token is in his browser or not in his cookie. Here we will just implement like this. Okay, then we will get a result. And so before this, let's write as we wrote in the register. Yeah, in login page we will write something the same. Let's copy this. Come here, paste it here, and just remove this URL. You will do, it goes to this URL, and we are not writing this. It should be get and result get a success and alert. If it was successful logged in, so then we should update set auth to true. We will pass true to this variable auth. Otherwise, set auth to false. And also we will return a message. Let's remove this, and we will create a variable here. Const message. message, set message. We will return message from our server side. Okay, use state empty, and we will set the message here, set message, and we will assign result data dot error that we are getting, and we will print the error here, that message here. And also we will return the name from our server side. So whenever we return name, we should create another variable here, const name, set name is equal to use state, it is empty right now, and we will set that here, set name result the data dot name. We will assign name to that name, and we will use name here. Sorry, we did front end side. Okay, let's move to our server side and create that route. For that route I will write app.get just homepage. We will get a request and response. Here we will check our before forwarding this, we will call middleware here. Okay, for example, like job verify user. Is this already logged in with us or not? Is this our user or not? So let's create this verify user function. Const verify user is equal to get request response, and also next middleware. Let's create this function. So here first of all we will read our cookie. To read the cookie, what we will write? We will write const, for example, token is equal to a request dot cookies, okay, dot token. The name of the cookie was token, okay, that we has in login system. Okay, this was the name of the token. We will read our cookie. Now we will write if not token, if the cookie was not existed, then we should return a message with error. Okay, like this one. Copy this, paste it here, and return error. You are not authenticated. Okay, else if the token was existed, now we will verify the token. Is it the token that we has generated here in the login or not? Okay, that we has generated here, is it that or not? So let's write it here inside jwt.verify. To the verify, what we will pass first of all, our token. Okay, what is our token? That is the token that we got from our cookie, and here would be the private key. What was our private key? This was our private key. Let's come here, this one. Okay, let's copy this and just come here, paste it here, and after that we will get an error or decoded value. Let's create this. If there was an error, so then we will just copy this one, we will return something. If there was an error and token is not okay, the token is not correct, else we will decode our name first of all. Request dot name is equal to decoded dot name. Okay, this decoded name means that we has later, okay, this name we has coded, now we decoded that back, and now we will call our next middleware to move back. Next, yeah, call that, and it will come back to our home page, and here we will return something, success, return response dot JSON status success, and also return the name request dot name that we has wrote previously. Okay, so I think we did everything, we implemented everything, just the logout functionality is remained. So let's come here now. We faced with an error, so where is the error? Let's come here to the console. What is the error? It says that const is not defined. Where? At home. Let's say there is an error in our home page. Const, yeah, this is const spelling mistake. Let's come here now. Again, what is the error? Link is not defined. Oh, sorry. Where we wrote link? Yeah, here we didn't import the link. Let's import it from React to down. Faced. Yeah, it is okay now. So I think yeah, the error is so let's write something as we wrote in the login. We should copy this and write it in the home page also. Yeah, write it and also import. Yeah, Axios is imported, I think. Yes. Okay, let's check it now. So let's refresh our page. What we get in the result? Login now. We got an error here. Oh, let's come here. Yeah, the URL was wrong. Let's copy this. Our path should be this. Okay, not just slash. Okay, we should write something like this. Now let's check it. See, you are authorized because we have cookies. Okay, let's check them. We have this cookie. Okay, it means that you are authorized and the name is admin. Okay, if we don't have the cookie, let's delete these cookies and let's refresh it now. What we will get now? You are not authorized, login now. You are not authenticated, login now. Okay, then we should move to login page. So it was all about that. Okay, so one thing else that we should do in the home page, we should not use navigate here. We should use, I think, let's remove this. Okay, from this area. Everything is okay. Yes. Yeah. So now let's log in back. Admin gmail.com. 6. Let's press login. We log in. You are authorized. So now we should, whenever we press this logout button, we should log out from the system. We should delete the cookies. Let's come here to the home. On click. Whenever we press this logout button. On click. Sorry. On click. Handle delete. Yeah, let's create this function now. Let's come here and create this const handle delete is equal to, we should just call an API axios.get and our URL would be, let's copy this one, copy it and paste it in. Let's write logout. We should move to logout. Then we will get a result, but before the result we will just write application dot reload. We will reload our file. We should write true inside that. Okay, it means reloaded from the server side. Also catch there was any error, console.log error, and we should move to this API now. Let's come here and create that. Let's come here down and create that. App.get, we should create logout. What we should do inside the logout? Request response. We should just clear our cookies. We should write response.clear cookie and we should pass the name of cookie was token, and after that return result response.json status success. Let's check it now. Okay, let's come here and we will move to the application to see live that we are deleting the cookies or not. We have right now the cookies. Let's press logout. So the cookie has gone. Okay, and that will be refreshed automatically. Login, you are not authenticated. Wow, congratulations, you did your job. It is very important to implement a secure authentication system in your application. You know, this is very important for every application, for every web developer, and this was, I think, a secure way to implement it. And I just tried too much to implement it, and I learned it, and I just shared with you. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you like this video, so don't forget to subscribe the YouTube channel, like the video and comment down, and thanks for watching.